Hello and welcome to Mistress April's YouTube channel. I am here to discuss the core understanding of living and being participative in the mistress-slave or mistress-submissive lifestyle. In other words, as many know it, the DS relationship. And as many of you may know, I practice this as a lifestyle, and I have 3 submissives who serve under me, namely Iris, Rose, and Katie. And they've all come into my life at different times for different rhymes and different reasons. And they all have their own personalities, their own expectations, and therefore I give them all something different. And this part, chapter 2, discusses establishing the core contract. And this is very important because even though often this relationship, people just do it casually, you also really need to realize that sometimes things need to be taken seriously if you want to really fulfill your desire to be a service submissive and you really want to give in to live into this lifestyle. So therefore, contracts sometimes are some things that are important to establish. And so in chapter 2, we will be discussing the rules, expectations, and safety. In chapter 1, we established the mindset of surrender. But how do you solidify this powerful intention into a lasting, structured relationship? I know you want to know the answer. So let's start. What must be the very first step before any rules are set? Well, it's discernment and ethical leadership. Yeah, it might sound boring for most of you because, you all just want to go on your knees and serve. But this is an important step. When you're searching for a structured dynamic, you must distinguish the authentic from the pretenders. Now, there could be a lot of pretenders out there. This I know for sure. And there are not that many authentic domes or submissives out there. A dominant must not only desire control, but they must also crave responsibility. They must lead with integrity, honor, honesty, and balance. This is important. Otherwise, you just have a lunatic on your hands, right? But I know some of you like lunatics. I know it. So, let me be clear. Ethical leadership is for grown-ups. We don't want kiddies. This is not playtime, right? This is for grown-ups. We want to know that you're serious. It's not a space for narcissists. It's not a space for childish rage. This is a committed dynamic, okay? So, for the submissive, this means you have a vital responsibility too. It's not just about, kneeling and kissing feet. This doesn't get you through 24/7. How can you protect yourself from emotional and psychological damage? Oof, this is a heavy statement. But it's a good question to ask. By gathering enough information to distinguish genuine ethical leaders from those who only seek to exploit you. And sometimes we might think that this question is fairer for the fairer sex and not only for the males, but let's think that everybody needs to know. Remember, worthy dominants who lead with integrity are just as rare as worthy submissives who serve with profound dedication. Your discernment is your first line of defense. It's very serious now, isn't it? But sometimes we need to get serious. So once you have found your partner of integrity, it's time to build the foundation. So that means once you found your dome that you like, that you resonate with, and this dome has agreed to take you on, this is when you take the next step. What is the most crucial document that guides the entire relationship? It's the core contract of protocol, right? We need to establish the rules. We need to know how we're all going to behave. This formalizes your deep commitment and translates it into 3 critical areas: unwavering focus, structure, and safety. This is the blueprint to a dedicated life of a submissive. Oh yeah, if you want to take it seriously, you got to do the work, guys. So let's get into the specifics. What does the expectation of unwavering focus actually look like in practice? Can you walk the talk? Is the question. It translates to instantaneous obedience and the power of listening. Obedience and the power of listening. Are you listening? The submissive strives to obey instantly, prioritizing the dominant's will above all other personal impulse. That means they come before you. Okay, I'm talking to the submissive now. This is not about silencing your thought. It's about training your mind for continuous and focused service and prioritizing the dominant's word. Prioritizing the dominant's word. That means what I say, go. Service extends far beyond chores. It's not just about cleaning the kitchen or making the bed. How do protocols integrate dedication into the submissive's entire existence? How do we combine that into how you live? Through structuring the day with ritual. And ritual is important. Protocols often dictate spatial expectations, where how the submissive sits, how he stands, or how he sleeps, or as a physical representation of their service role. They also cover personal presentation, that means your grooming and your attire, and sometimes it includes mental reinforcement through affirmation and vows. All of these are designed to reinforce your dedicated role as a 24/7. Finally, we come to the consequences of this topic. What is the absolute non-negotiable line that every protocol must protect? I know some of us don't like to use it or say it, but it's the safe word. And I know some of you might think, well, safe word, I don't want a safe word, I just want to do it. Well, this is important. While protocol dictates intense structure and discipline, it never means that you're relinquishing your right to safety. The safe word is sacred. It's an emergency brake. And we all need sometimes an emergency brake, right? Any dynamic that punishes the use of a safe word is fundamentally unsafe, and it violates the ethical core of the power exchange. This is the line that every ethical dominant must protect. So, keep that in mind. Okay? In next week's chapter 3, we dive deep into appearance, protocol, and chastity. Oh, I can hear the very excited everybody now. They're all tapping their little cages, huh? I know this one is for you. And I know you've all been waiting for it, to learn what is expected of you and how to behave. So, don't miss it. Ensure that you receive your vital guidance of becoming that perfect submissive. Click the subscribe button below right now and turn on your notifications so that you are there and ready for chapter 3. Don't miss it. I know you want to know all about it. Don't forget to leave a comment. I want to know what you all think. And if you want to recap, don't worry. You can get it all here in the description. We'll put it all out there for you. Tell me, how does it feel to be a submissive? That's what I want to know. And let's start the conversation. So thank you for joining me on this educational journey. I look forward to seeing you all next time. Remember, be ethical, be deliberate, be prepared to serve. It's Mistress April, over and out.